And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third hour of today's issue of Halcyon City Defenders. So, school's out for summer. School's out forever. It's not actually. Sad, but true. But school's over for today. As you leave the school, and as we established that there was a kerfuffle with the car that you sabotaged, and this particular guy not having a super good day, you walk from out the school grounds, and then, like, what's up? Where do we see you go? Who of you are going to the same place, and who of you are going to different places? Should we start with that?
Sparrow's going home.
Okay.
And I'm just heading back to her place, to her dump. It's sort of, kind of, in a way, become the unofficial gathering place, as far as I understand.
Yep. Your home sweet trash heap.
Exactly, home sweet trash heap, and it's out of the way, and nobody goes there really. So yeah,
it's very sad that it's not all knowing, but you can't have everything.
Yeah.
God, that was an old show. Anyway, what about Finn and Nightshade and Starlight?
Yep, I'm heading to the mall.
Okay, mall time. What about Finn?
The Nightshade told him about the phone, that he wanted to meet the team after.
Yeah.
I was just asking because I wasn't sure if he.
I
think
assume
he was
so.
Present. Yeah, I think he was present. Yeah, he would probably arrive there. I would say fashionably, like.
What does that look like?
Like,
what does that look like?
Later.
Like, as you just tell me here, because I'm imagining you're all leaving the school simultaneously. Do you just like take a detour, be like, I need to go and do something, and then show up late, or are you like, are you trying to avoid the others just so you cannot show up on time? Like, is this you actually doing something, or are you like you personally making a statement? Right? Is this about you not like coming on time? Or?
No, I would say he's he would probably make like some excuse because he.
But it's not actually true.
Because he got cold, like he cooled off during those 4 days, and it's like, and he knows what kind of shitstorm it's coming around that we will have to face. So he's like, and what's happened in school, he's like, oh, breather. He's probably just going to, take a breather and arrive later, like a bit later. It's not like super late, but fashionably later.
All right. And Nightshade, you are of course going to the place. What about you, Starlight? After appreciating your handiwork from atop the high school, where do you go?
Well, she joins the others, and she still has paint all over herself.
All right. So in that case,
she's tried to remove most of it, but she has some spots on her clothes, probably.
Sure. So let's take a brief moment here with White Sparrow. You just go home. What's the plan?
So Sparrow definitely has a plan, but it will probably take a little while. So you could focus on the others first.
Tell me your plan. I shall insert it where appropriate.
Well, in that case, Sparrow will be packing a suitcase.
Uh-oh.
So that she has her stuff, or at least as much as she needs. And then by doing certain things, she will rewrite her parents' memories so that Ileana died in the hospital.
Interesting. Is that something you can do? That seems...
I can do anything. I just need to mark my doom track.
That's true. You can use your powers to do that.
So I think, Sparrow comes home, probably has an icy exchange with her parents.
I mean, don't your parents work?
Yeah, I guess that depends on when school's out.
Okay. I mean, it's not like it matters. So it's a question of like you coming home, packing
Actually,
your
I think
suitcase,
it
and
might
waiting.
be a good idea that they get home a little later. In that case, she has time to, go around the house and erase clues,
Yeah.
like photographs taken after and stuff like that. And then she packs a suitcase, puts it so it's not immediately visible if you enter her room, and wait for her parents to come home.
All right. Interesting.
I assume they eventually do.
Yeah, they totally do. Right. So let's see. The thing you're going for here would be you are going for
Yes.
I'm looking for the there it is. Okay, yeah. So you use your infinite power to temporarily grant yourself the memory manipulation ability from the Doom's playbook.
And I think they probably have dinner first and have a sort of approaching normal conversation.
Oh, absolutely. That like you're sitting, you're having dinner.
And then
uncomfortable silence lasts a little longer than usual, and then it is broken by your dad.
Yeah.
Like putting like knife and fork down and clearing his throat and being like, "So, how was school?"
That's all right. We had a test, but you know me. I'm pretty sure I aced it.
I do know you, Illy. I do. Which is what I want to talk to you about. Well, your mother and I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah?
We maybe feel like... Well, the thing is, you're a young lady. We may want to hold on to our little girl for forever, but truth of the matter is that kids grow up, and you're turning into a young and independent woman. It's not acceptable for you to be gone for 3 days, leaving us hanging, not telling us where you are, where you're going, what you're up to. It's horrifying enough for a regular parent, but, for us, I mean, we know what you do, and we try to be supportive, even if there are nights where it's hard to sleep, knowing what you do. But we try our best. And when you disappear for a long time, well, you can imagine what your mother and I, what we catch ourselves assuming might have happened.
Yeah.
And like all throughout this, like your mother is like, you can see that she wants to chime in, but she's like kind of like holding back sobs. So your dad says, all the same, these are things that we would want of a normal teenager. But the thing is that you're not. You're our teenage daughter. Nothing will ever change that. But we also understand that, well, we wanted to tell you that we're really proud of what you do.
Oh, wow. They're not making this easy, are they?
Actually, the whole first half made it even easier because Sparrow's mindset is always one of a savior, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm hurting you by being your daughter right now. Don't worry, I can fix that." But
what I want to say is we're really proud of you, proud of what you do. I don't think any of us could have imagined we would have a more wonderful daughter. And though we I mean, though we can't help but worry, as any parent would. Just want you to know that you're doing the right thing, and we want to be there for you.
I think at this point Sparrow is quite teary-eyed. I'm sorry. It's I was just having a lot of stress, you can imagine, but you don't have to worry about it anymore. I'll make sure to call you or text you or stay home a little more, perhaps.
You do whatever you need to. We would certainly appreciate a call every now and then, but I mean, I don't suppose you always have time for that. You must excuse us and allow us to be worried. If we can't help you out there, the least you can do is allow us to worry ourselves, waiting for you to come back.
She nods slowly. I have some homework, but don't worry. And she gets up and goes to hug them.
Yep, they hug you back. And now that I have successfully done everything I can to make this as hard for you as possible, what are you gonna do?
Sparrow goes up to her room, where she arranges for pretty much all the photos and other memories she's been snatching around the house. She arranges them in a circle. I think she locks the door first. And if she hasn't been allowed a lock yet, then she definitely puts something in the way so it can't be opened.
You have been allowed a lock.
Yes, I'm a very
16.
dutiful daughter. She locks the door, arranges all the stuff in a circle, and sits in the middle of it in a lotus position or whatever. A small bird perched on her head, looking like it's also quite worried. And then she closes her eyes and says, "Don't worry, I won't hurt you anymore." And then she draws upon all of her guilt over having hurt her parents and her determination to spare them, and tugs at the string of darkness she's felt before. And I think downstairs at the dinner table, or wherever the parents are, very thin, almost tentacle-like vines shoot up, not fast, they sneak up and attach to the temples of her parents as they turn pitch black. And she attempts to rewrite their memories so that their daughter did in fact not survive her illness in the hospital.
All right. So,
Wow.
let's see. This is, of course, an involved affair.
Yes, she takes the time to focus and all that, of course.
So, you take the time to focus. You have like a bunch of memorabilia. You've set yourself up nicely here.
Would it be fair to assume that her parents and her actually have influence over each other?
Yes, it would be. Yeah, you absolutely do. So you can take +1 against them on this roll. This is first of all, mark your doom track, right?
Yes.
To use memory manipulation. Second of all, this is hardcore memory manipulation.
Yes.
So just mark a condition, like just straight up, like even like succeed or fail. This is taxing you, and
Yes.
it's affecting you.
I can only mark either insecure or hopeless, so I'll go for hopeless.
All right.
Wait, I'll go for insecure.
Okay.
Because this is something. She's tugging at power she's not used to unleashing.
All right. And then, last but not least, roll to unleash your new powers.
And that is freak, yes?
Yes.
Get your freak on.
Yes.
So I had a +1 for influence, yes?
+1 for influence, +1 for like situational circumstance. To
And
use
+1 for
burning wheel terms, you have fictionally positioned yourself well.
Yes, and +1 for my command lucky.
Yes, if you reckon that the bird is helping you.
It's adding determination, because she can channel all the guilt, but she needs the determination to go through with it.
All right. You're filled with determination.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Starting to get to be a very old.
Yes.
So you have +3
Here
and all
goes.
that.
It's a hit.
All right. There it is. So you do this successfully. However, either mark a condition, or I will tell you that this is unstable or temporary.
If she marks a condition, she passes out, doesn't she?
No, not until she has 5 and then has to take another condition.
All right.
Yeah, in that case,
So-
I mark a condition.
All right. So, yep, you memory wipe these people completely. You erase the memory of you from your mother and father.
Wow.
Well, not entirely. It just kind of alter what happened.
Yeah, you wipe everything from before, like in their mind from before you.
Or from,
Yeah,
The
basically.
way they see it, she died in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, strictly speaking, she did.
Yes.
This
It's fucking dark.
Oh yeah.
this is dark. Yes, it is. But this is also like, just take another tick on your doom track for this. Not just for activating the ability, but like this is actively detrimental to your existence. Like this is empowering your nemesis hell a lot.
Yes, but of course, as I've talked to Joan about, and as you mentioned earlier, there is an upside and a downside to every attribute, and Sparrow is very much savior. So in her mind, she's saving them the pain of having a superhero daughter.
You're being a martyr.
Yes.
Everyone suffers.
Yes.
All right. So
That's
awesome. I love that. So you walk out of the house. The entire sequence is painted in like drab tones. It's overcast when you leave. What do? Like, find yourself on the sidewalk. He's like standing there with like your luggage. A neighbor is like mowing his lawn, looks up, waves like hello to you, and like keeps mowing his lawn. Not really paying attention to like just like daily life happening.
I think actually this is the point where Sparrow realizes that she's going to have to do this again because she memory wiped her parents.
But only her parents. What about everyone else who knows she lives there?
Exactly.
You know you're gonna have to do that to Nightshade's parents too.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like
She's a teenager, so you can't really expect her to have thought this whole thing through.
So I was gonna ask you about that, right? Like you seem to like embrace the idea of, oh shit, I didn't think this through, like for your character. So what do you end up doing? Because like I think it's not too much of a stretch to say that it is at this moment that you realize that like this is not actually gonna work, right? Like you cannot memory wipe everyone who has thought of and met your parents and who you have interacted with. This is probably gonna cause confusion and a lot of it, and probably a lot of emotional stress, right? Like, as your parents, like as people start thinking your parents are insane for not remembering you and start looking for you.
I think it's at this point Sparrow's first thought is, do I know any very, very, very competent hackers? Answer's of course no, but...
Yeah, the answer is probably no. Okay, yeah, so you probably don't. You do know at least one person who is pretty into super science.
I do.
Whisper from the new exemplars.
Oh, she's such a goody two shoes though. Yeah, I think Sparrow realizes that she has much more work to do, and she also realizes that she's in no condition to actually go about it right now. So she'll find a rooftop she can brood on until it's time to meet Diamond.
All right. Meanwhile, in less dark place, we joined you guys in the arcade of the rundown mall. Set the scene for us. I mean, we all know what the place looks like by now, but as you all arrive, what's on the agenda?
I think Diamond takes off her jacket, the old, the biker jacket that she normally wears, which is really, really, it's one of those where you can see the elbows are so worn that they're almost coming out. And she just takes it off, throws it on the couch, goes, sits in the in her normal chair, leans her head back, and goes transparent.
Yeah.
So that the entire, instead of just half of it, which is what the others have seen so far, but the whole thing is revealed. All of her skeletal structure is revealed.
Question the first. Has Diamond realized that she was making a subconscious effort to be to change her membrane to look like a human, and so now can deliberately not be okay?
I would say that this is, the realization of what happened has triggered some things in her. She knows how to do that.
So is this now that it's a thing you can do, is this an effort for you? Passing for a human?
No, not well, I'd say a little, maybe. I would say if she gets really stressed, there's a chance that it's going to drop. Let's say it might actually be a thing where, if I roll something and it's unstable or whatever, that results temporary or unstable. One of the side results of that might be that she goes transparent. If that makes sense.
It makes sense to me. As much as comic books need to make sense.
Well, yeah.
Which is not at all, in fact. But,
I mean, she can do it on a daily basis when she's at work and so on. It's not a problem. She can do that. But because that's not something that, takes up all of her computing power, so to say. But it is a way for her to free up memory for something else, so to say, when she doesn't have to use subroutines to actually appear as a human being.
She is basically giving some extra, unused RAMs.
Yeah, this is she's got more RAM than a herd of sheep. But no, she's going to be this is a way for her to relax.
All right. So you let your guard down, you chill, you go translucent. You start being
the others wouldn't have seen her being like that before. They would have seen her when she gets angry, and half of her face and some her arm might have turned like that. This is the first time the others would have seen it in its entirety. Yeah.
So you're like a vague outline of a person surrounding a skeleton of metal.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I guess
blackened metal. Yes.
Yeah, and wearing a t-shirt and pants.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so Diamond sits down on the couch and starts looking weird, really weird. And yeah, the rest of you, of course, are there. We have moved past your late arrival, Finn. What do you do?
Starlight looks over at Diamond. Still trying to, pick at the paint on her fingers, trying to, see if she can scratch it off. Hey, Diamond,
Yeah,
you have a moment?
of course. I've got nothing but time.
Then she starts walking towards the toilets.
Sure.
Girl
well,
talk!
she gets up and follows, grabs a bottle of turpentine on the way and hands it over to Starlight
I love
for the
like,
paint.
I love how casually you say that, because it does paint an image in my mind of just like a dump, like an actual just fucking
Dump.
like random garbage everywhere, like bottles of shit and like deterrent and like just bullshit that
Yeah.
you have in a house, but just like strewn across the floor of a mall.
Yeah, well, in this particular room where the arcade, she would have kept it. There aren't rotting pieces of old food on the floor or anything of the sort, but it's definitely still it's full of detritus and it's messy and
Yeah, like imagine like this like a shop on the other side of the mall that like had like a mannequin in it that you've dragged in and you hang your keychains on its arm and stuff like that.
yeah,
like
precisely. Actually, yes, that
weird
sort of
shit
thing.
piled together in a small space.
Yes,
Like, she needed somewhere to have this, so she found this and used this for this.
exactly. And I figure that if you work as a janitor, you would make sure to have stuff around your home that you can use to clean off such things as paint from your hands.
Totally. And though you're not hyper well paid, you are still being paid enough to make a living off. And since
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
pay rent, like it's not like you're.
I'm not poor, but
Yeah.
I'm
do
not
you-
exactly well off either.
What does your money go towards? It's except like there's like
Hot
probably
dogs.
like a
Yeah,
very
hot
like an
dogs.
expensive hot dog budget.
Yeah, I was about to say she does definitely have a hot dog budget. There is no question there, and a hamburger budget, but that's slightly smaller.
Yeah, in the absence of like, in the absence of insurance, of rent because you're
also
squatting, right? Like,
She does also have something as strange for her as a clothes budget because she is a superhero. She doesn't wear a costume, which means that, well, not only is she quite recognizable, but her what is it called? She goes through a number of tank tops and torn camo pants every month.
yeah, I'm imagining
so-
Diamond's wardrobe being like Diamond to me, like in my mind, has always seemed like very normcore.
She wears pretty much one thing ever, and that's what she would wear on duty, so to say. She has no fashion sense whatsoever and doesn't in any way interest herself in such things as clothes, not whatsoever.
Very based.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, a toilet conversation. Sorry, I just needed to
Yes.
indulge my curiosities.
Yes.
Have you seen the shape of that poop?
Oh well, no, but she follows Starlight.
Yeah. What are you talking about in there?
Well, as they enter the bathroom, she just starts trying to get this off. Thankfully, takes the turpentine and tries again. This time a little easier. How are you holding up?
Like shit.
Hmm.
You.
I think I'm actually doing a little better.
That's good. I
Can't
feel
really tell
horrible.
why, but giving the... I think I have a thing for pimping a car.
Good job on it too. No, I'm just. Yeah, I'm not a person, for goodness sake. I'm a thing.
She sighs very deeply, turns and cups her face. It's not what you're made of, it's what you do with it.
It's not the size, it's how you use it. Is that what you're trying to tell me? I wasn't built with a male outline.
Is this you trying to comfort and support Diamond, or are you trying to?
He is basically saying it's not what you're made of; it's what you do with it.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you may roll a comfort and support test here. This is very nice of you. So.
Mundane.
That is plus mundane, correct?
At least I have influence. Sniff.
Sniff.
Well, it should.
Hey, it's
There
there.
it is. Okay.
Yay!
Cool. So you attempt to comfort and support. You roll a hit here, so they hear you. Now the question becomes, Diamond.
Yes.
Do you open up in response to this attempt to help and support you?
I think if it had come from anyone else, the answer would have been no. But because of the friendship and the mutual promise to help one another, yes, she does.
And she also does see that she really cares because she did just cup her face and looks her directly in the eyes.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's nice to hear you say that. I think I might need a little time to figure that out and fully grasp it.
I completely understand it. I heard them. I saw them. If I were in your place, I would be just as lost.
Why did they give me tear ducts? What do I need tear ducts for? She says, and she begins to cry.
Starlight just wipes the tears and, hugs her. Because you're not what they wanted you to be. You broke away from that. You are you. You do not listen to them just because they tell you to. You're not theirs. You're yours.
I think at this point she just hugs Starlight back because she's not really in any fit state to say much of anything right now.
It's fine. Starlight just hums softly and let her cry.
Right, so that is super cute, and yeah, you take strength in the support, right? Like
yes, absolutely.
You open up, and this helps. So you get to make your choice here of marking potential, clearing a condition, or shifting your labels.
I'm gonna take potential.
All right.
I'm definitely taking potential. The guilty feeling is she's still guilty, but it'll take something slightly different to remove that. But it does make her feel better. As I would say, she was kind of precariously balancing on the edge of insecure. This at least removes that.
All right. Also, this triggers your team move.
Mine?
No, this triggers Diamond's team move. So when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, give them influence and hold 2.
Right. So she's got 2 hold over me, right?
No, you hold 2. You can spend that hold to help them. So you're
nice.
You share vulnerability with Starlight, and because of that, like now you are driven to bull it up, and like you can be helpful in matters even when you don't have team.
That takes me up to 3 hold over Starlight.
There you go.
And but that also means that Starlight already has influence over Diamonds. So
all right, so AJ, adjust Diamond's adjust Diamond's labels based on what you said. Basically, like what does Starlight want Diamond to be?
Actually, I think I'm shifting her superior up because she did boost her ego that she broke away from those bitches. You're not theirs. True. You're your own. Fuck them.
That's very true, yes.
Screw them so hard that they can't walk.
Ouch.
Like that.
That's painful.
Mr.
Yes.
Garrison.
And what are you shifting down then?
I would say. Well, that's kind of tough.
Shift
I
feet
actually
down.
think she is shifting her mundana slightly down because, yeah, she hasn't said, no, you're not a machine, because
Exactly. She acknowledges
you
what
are
she
a
is.
machine, but you're
Yes.
your own machine.
Yes.
They don't control you anymore, so fuck them.
Yeah. You broke your programming. That's the point. There is programming.
Yeah. You broke whatever they told you to be. You no longer answer to them.
All right.
Yes. All right. I've marked that down.
Sweet. So that conversation happens. You emerge from the bathroom. What's going on in the arcade in the meantime? Nightshade and Vigil.
The most intense ping pong game ever.
Ha! Oh yes.
And because they're supers, the ping pong ball is made of lead, otherwise it just breaks.
Both of you are like really fast, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, it's probably just it's really awkward silence for a long time because they haven't seen each other for like since Starlight bailed Finn out, and basically last time he seen Nightshade before the school day was him walking into gassing into a machine.
Yeah. That happened. That was a thing.
So, Finn was looking like a lot very tired and disinterested throughout the whole day, but now it's that everybody's gone. He looks at Nightshade and it's like, well. I'm glad you're okay. First of all,
Thanks, man.
I just realized that last time before today I've seen you was you walking into your. I wouldn't say doom because it's it came out okay. Walking into certain defeat with with Starlight dragging me away.
Well, it was almost. I guess I'll be frank. I almost died, but I found out something. And he touches a piece of metal on the closest arcade machine, and you see his whole body turn metal.
Your brow furrows as you try and concentrate on it. Yeah, this is a new thing.
Poops a little in his pants.
Just because
comes out.
Because it's new for you, I'm going to just insert in the fiction that your entire body does not change, but your hand starts to change.
Yeah.
He probably Finn comes closer, looks at the hand shiny.
Yeah. Nightshade wiggles his fingers and moves it around. He's like, I'm still trying to get used to it. I think venoms and toxins come easy to me because I create them in my body, but everything else is a little tougher.
Yes, you do.
But that's how I survived. When I was about to die, I turned into the metal that was inside of the machine, and it saved my skin pretty much.
Yeah. Finn puts a hand on his shoulder and squeezes a little bit. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. You did really well. And he's puts his hand against his cheek, just don't whack me again, please.
Yeah.
I know.
Nightshade chuckles a little bit and bows his head. He's like, I'm sorry about that. I was angry in the moment, and I shouldn't have done that.
It's fine. I had it coming.
The rate we're going, I think we all have it coming at some point.
Yeah. I feel he looks him in the eyes and I know what it's going to be about today.
I'm afraid I know what's going to happen too.
He looks curious at him, huh, What do you think is going to happen?
Well, knowing you and Diamond, I'm guessing probably a fist fight's gonna come.
That would be appropriate, wouldn't it? Just
They wouldn't. Come on. It's them. They
yeah.
would never fight.
yeah.
They're lovers, not fighters.
Finn is just like moving his hand to like his scratching his stubble that he has on his face. Scratching his that's like 4-day shade. It's like you know what? I know you are the leader now, and you feel like you have to act now, but I just have the feeling that if you get involved right now, it's just going to get worse. Like I would just let me be frank with you. I have a favor to ask of you. Whatever happens, how intense it might get later on, don't try to take sides, because I know it will be hard, but I think well, I think it's just we have to resolve it on our own. Like I know I cannot ask it of Starlight, because
Don't
it will
worry.
be much just whatever happens, just let it happen.
Right.
I'll
I'll let you guys work it out.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to kill each other.
All right.
I'm not sure about that, but I don't think we will.
All right. If that's what you want, I'll stay out of it, and I'll try and keep Starlight out of it if it comes to that. She could probably kick my ass, though.
Bro, I know she can kick mine. So.
Rah, 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 rah.
Nice one.
He
Let's
just
face
still,
it, the girl squad in this particular group really did run away with the the power levels.
Pretty much.
yeah. He's probably like scratching like a small scar that is left after the last encounter with Meteorite. Yeah.
Fear me, I am.
Well, I don't know. I'm just half tempted to order pizza right now, but I think that would be just rubbing it in.
I don't know. A good pizza does sound pretty good.
I don't think in this case.
But
Don't want to push it.
Yeah.
I really want pizza, but Diamond will actually kill me if I order one.
it's okay. We'll just go to a different room and we'll have our pizza.
Is this around the time where we might come out?
Yes.
Probably.
You can come out. You can
While
come
they're
out at any
talking
time you
about
want.
pizza.
The first thing Starlight asks the second they come out, hey, actually saw Joss with a perfect broken nose. Any one of you know who did that?
I smirk and look at Vigil.
Well, the rumor in the hallways all day was that Finn did it.
Oh, he did. I watched it.
Wow. Nice punch.
Good thing.
She stares at Finn. Long. Nice punch.
Like before she said that, he was like looking at Starlight, being like sorry, like not saying it, but his eyes were saying like sorry.
And then it's just like, one.
Well,
You rearranged his face, I rearranged his...
Actually, I
Diamond looks towards Nightshade and says, well, you're the one who said we had to meet up here when we were done today, so well, we're here with the exception of White Sparrow, who obviously can't be here on account of her parents grounding her, so...
Right.
Oh my god, I need to ask. Are you... I need to ask before the conversation starts. Are you going to do the thing you talked about and call White Sparrow? And like, can we just put you on speaker while she's standing outside morally, like emotionally distraught, having just like...
Yes. I was going to.
Well, as Diamond says that, well, she can't be here because she is grounded, Starlight gets a face of, right. She never really cared about that before. What gives?
She did today for some reason. I have no idea what gives. She did not seem her usual self when she went home, but...
Yeah, she's been away for quite a
I'm
while.
tempted to say... Can't believe I'm saying this. Who amongst us are their usual selves right now?
Finn raises his hand.
No, you're not.
Finn lowers his hand.
Basically, Diamond just sends him an exceptionally tired look right there. Just one of those.
The tired look meets.
Yeah.
Well, before we get much further, and then I pull out my phone and dial White Sparrow and put the phone on speaker and like set it on the table.
1-800 Sparrow.
So, Sparrow,
1-800 Sparrow.
you're on
You
the
hear
way.
beep-bop-bop-bop.
No, goddammit, not the... Oh, God, no.
1555 Sparrow.
Yeah, so, Sparrow, you're on your way down the
White
street,
Sparrow.
pulling your trolley behind you, like thinking about the situation you're in, right? Like, yes, I took the memories now; they won't be adversely affected, and your realization that the entire planet knows that you exist, and like you know,
Wow, I'm famous.
you know, like it's basically like so incomprehensibly many people, and like there's just so much stuff that would be involved in this, and yeah, I really, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like you are being struck with the like a classic moment here of being like immediate power regret, but you've been like, shit, what did I actually just do?
Yes, there's a reason I said she would need determination to get through this.
Yes. So your phone rings, and it's who did call? Who did they call?
I did.
Ghostbusters!
And it's Nightshade. So Nightshade's like Bad Boy by Aqua plays.
Oh God.
I don't know what your tone is for.
Oh, bad boy.
I don't know either, to be honest.
If that's the case, is it Barbie Girl playing when what's her face? Monica
No,
calls?
it's
You know
fucking
what?
it's not by Aqua, it's by Cascada. It's Be My Bad Boy by Cascada. I was thinking.
I know what theme plays when Nightshade calls her. It's Holding Out for a Hero.
Oh, right.
All right, yes. So Holding Out for a Hero plays in a like perfect moment of bitter irony.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. What do you do? Do you pick up?
I think Sparrow stares at her phone until it stops ringing.
She's not picking up.
No.
He tries one more time.
It rings again.
Disconnected or something?
Do you submit to the persistence, or do you actually not pick up?
Or provoke.
I think she, stands to the side so she's not standing paralyzed in the middle of the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And then she slowly texts him saying, "Can't talk, see you tomorrow."
All right. Yeah, he gets the text. He's like, oh, I guess she won't be joining us for this. And so
All right.
put my
Well.
phone up.
So, let's hear it.
Really, I want you two to work it out.
Sure.
There's nothing I can say, Sparrow can say, or Starlight can say to have you guys change your opinions of each other. You're going to have to do that on your own.
Good point.
So, Starlight and I are just going to spectate.
Okay.
They cheer you on as you punch each other in the face.
Starlight is kind of like the same kind of rebellious look that you saw in the schoolyard is back with a certain. It's quite obvious in her face with we'll spectate, will we? But
Yeah,
she doesn't say anything.
Good on you. I was just gonna ask, right? Like, do you just take that? Do you let him speak for you? But yeah, what's up? They apparently stand to the side, seemingly intending to just let you have a conversation or whatever you're gonna have.
Diamond folds her arms across her chest and looks directly at Finn and raises the eyebrow a la Dwayne Johnson with the whole, her whole demeanor says, well, lay it on me.
Do you smell what I'm cooking?
Nope, she doesn't. She just does the eyebrow, the people's eyebrow.
Glass chapters. Finn is taking like a deep breath, like he has his hands in the pockets of his hoodie. His he has a really tired look on his face. He comes in I wouldn't say uncomfortably close, but like intense close to the to Diamond, and then like tired looks meet.
Yep. No, she doesn't actually. At this point, she doesn't look tired. She just.
Oh, she does.
She looks very, very cold. Or rather, she would if you could see any of her facial expressions. Really. You're still staring at a black skeleton, after all. Metal skeleton.
He's like looking her up and down. He lights a cigarette.
So, do you have anything to say? Or are we going to stand here and stare all night?
I'm just wondering right now. So, is this the real Diamond now? At least what you think is the real Diamond now?
Do you actually give a shit?
Maybe.
Pardon me if I find that slightly difficult to believe.
I just want to know that I'm not speaking to a facade, to a mask, if you will.
Yes, exactly. Like the stunned silence there was the roll credits moment.
I don't want to talk right now.
Her voice takes on a quite, let's just say, a very acerbic tone when she says, "I'm standing here all naked before you."
Oh la la.
He like thinks for a second, takes off his hoodie, just like throws it on the couch. He's wearing like a t-shirt, like not a t-shirt, probably like a weirdly opposite t-shirt to whatever Simon's wearing.
Sure.
Just to build up a scene.
Hack the planet. Do not hack the planet. Obey
Please
internet
not
laws.
hacking. Please not hacking.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah. You wouldn't download the car. Yeah, and he's like, he looks at his wrist, like wrist when they like those long bracers up. Yeah, like that first time ever you see him like that, he unbuckles them.
Yeah.
Takes them off.
Mm-hmm.
Is that easy?
Well, for him it is. Like let's say there's not like unbuckle like straps or something like that, but he has to actually like touch them, and there are actually like connections actually appear on them.
It's
So
not like they don't seem to actually like have fittings. It's more like you touch them and they just kind of slide off your hands.
Yeah, or just fittings actually appear, like this kind of like line is start to like form and like they pop out.
Take it.
Sure.
He puts them to the side. Well, so now that we are on the level ground, I didn't want to speak to you as Vigil or no Finn, just Finn. Vigil is left there, and he like nods towards the braces.
Right.
So, tell me, what do you see now?
You seem to labor under the misapprehension that I somehow give a shit.
You wouldn't react as you do if you didn't.
I have grown to detest you and everything you stand for. I think you are a self-righteous, holier than thou, obnoxious, oversensitive, one-sided, hypocritical shit. And that's for starters.
Why don't you tell him what you really feel, Diamond? Sheesh.
Or you should make that provoke or something. I don't know.
I mean, it feels to me so, both of you, at any point in time, be like, I'm provoking you, or I'm saying this shit, but I'm actually supporting you. Feel free to do that, or be like, I'm using my influence over you, or my hold over you.
Well, I don't
think any of you have influence.
No, we don't have influence.
That's fine, that's fine. And also, feel free to be like, you take influence over me, right? Like, if you care. But the point is, like, by all means, like, have this conversation, of course, like, keep in mind, like, to also keep it on track. But I'm not really, like, if I hear something where I'm like, totally provoke him, I'm gonna say that, but otherwise, you feel free to call for it.
Of course.
Because I'm just invested in what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah, Starlight is standing there really trying not to butt in because this is some bullshit in her eyes.
So, let's hear it the other way around. I think, guess what you're going to say, but let's hear it in the interest of fairness. Now that I've said what I think of you, let's hear what you think of me.
I think you're reckless. I think you're dangerous.
Right?
And I think you are loyal. To me. Oh, I got not me. I think you are loyal to the defenders. Starlight, Barrow, Nightshade. I think you are a friend to them, an ally to them. And I think, if needed, you would lay your own well-being for each one of them.
Do you get? Is there like a visible confused reaction from Diamond, expecting
No.
a lot of shit, like a shit throwing, and then being like, and also
No.
these compliments?
No, she listens to it, she nods, and then she says, "All right, allow me to correct you in one area. I am loyal, full stop. I would lay down my, I won't say life because apparently I don't have one, but I would lay down my existence for each and every single one of you. You included, Finn." And she calls him Finn, not Vigil, which she has otherwise always insisted on. And I'll tell you why. However much I personally detest you, the others don't. That makes you a part of this team. And I'm a team player, regardless of what you might think of me. Furthermore, if anybody is going to beat your ass to pieces, it's not going to be some random idiot out there. If anybody is going to show you what a complete and total moron you are, it's going to be me. And I think very much that you would like to take that swing at me. I really think you want to. So why don't you? And I'm going to roll a provoke.
All right.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And
Just got real in here.
yeah.
Someone turned up the heat. It's about to throw down. I'm in for this. Pass me those popcorn.
You can have the one
Starlight refused.
Starlight refused. Currently pacing.
All right.
Oh my god.
Heavy provocation there.
Boom.
So you can pick both options here. If Finn does take a swing at you, you get to add a team to the pool, and if he doesn't do it, he marks a condition.
I'll take both, obviously.
All right. Do you take a swing, Vigil? Are you? Does she rile you up? Does she get under your skin? I guess like the provocation is successful, but you get to pick your reaction, right? Like this.
Yeah.
It stings, but do you swing?
No, he will not.
All right.
All right.
What condition? What condition do you mark?
Well, that depends on which ones
it's kind
Scott left.
I have only angry and afraid left, but none of them make sense right now.
I mean, so that's
Angry
neither-
does.
Remember,
Angry does
remember
make sense.
remember to relinquish yourself to the fiction of the game, right? You
I know.
choose to not do it, so you mark a condition, and it is either afraid or angry. So one of those is gonna make sense. You just tell us why it makes sense.
Well, I'm if I may suggest,
Yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Sorry.
I think angry makes sense because he might boil. He might resist the urge to punch, but this could still make him boil. There is enmity between the two of them. And the fact that she's standing there provoking him to his face is, I think, enough to make most people, seethe.
I would say he's actually. He looks at he's looking at when she said that, she looks at him. He thinks about it for a second, and instead he looks to Nightshade and Starlight, them being like on the edge of the of the.
So why don't we take a second here to like Nightshade, Starlight? What do we see you do? Like you're in the frame in some of the shots of this conversation happening. What are you doing in those frames?
Well, in the background, Starlight is. It's clear that she is trying not to butt in because they should actually have a chance to work this out. But she's angry.
Is that
And
like
it's pretty obvious she's angry for Diamond's sake because why the hell?
Is there like a bunch of pictures of you like raising a finger and opening your mouth, and Nightshade like putting an arm on your hand? Like,
No, we've actually written that he's trying to, calm her down with giving her popcorns, and she refuses, and then she starts pacing when Vigil talks.
Oh god, it's like.
And he's trying to stop her from pacing, and she's flailing and giving him the stink eye with a "Don't you fucking dare!"
All right. So Vigil turns to look at you, and of course, like we now know that you've been doing this. What about Nightshade? I suppose you, as it was said, you've been trying to like calm Starlight down.
Yeah.
All right.
And at the moment, showed her my changed metal hand to get her mind off of what's going on.
Right.
It actually did, where he's like, "What the hell happened to your hand?"
So
and that's what we hear her ask the second we look at them, like, "What happened?"
All right. So Vigil, what do you do?
Yeah, he looks at them like, looks at them, and I'll mark afraid.
Why?
And he's like, because he's like, at this moment, he just feels such a deep fear of if he takes this swing, that this will break apart this team.
Oh.
And he has genuine like emotional connection to both of them. Even though he has one to Diamond too.
Right.
He does not like
He.
Then he turn. Sorry.
So basically, he realizes that he doesn't want to lose the team, so he doesn't swing because suddenly he realizes, well, I kind of want the team and I don't want to lose it. If I swing at her, they might actually kick me out, or something like that.
It's not the fear of being kicked out; it's a fear of like this,
like starting shit between everyone.
Yeah.
Causing
because
a rift.
because he noticed that the people are taking sides and
that makes that does make sense.
So
that really does make sense.
What does Vigil do then? Like you refuse to take the swing. You feel nervous, right? You take a look at the rest of the group. You're like, shit, I want this to stay together. But you're also like in this position of like exchanging vitriol with Diamond. So what do you do?
I think it should be said, by the way, that Diamond's pose hasn't changed. She's not, getting into a boxer position or anything ready to fight him. She is waiting for him to punch.
I assume, like, we don't see it in the comic book, right? But, like, I assume, like, in the animated version of the show or whatever, like, there is a kind of unsettling subtext to you not moving because we can see you being a robot. So it's, like, it's not just the thing people do where they shift their weight a little bit and there's, like, subtle movement. Like, you've just, like, disengaged everything. Like, so it's just standing there being weird and immobile. Just, what the fuck? I imagine that being kind of weird. Vigil, what's up?
Yeah, he then after making that realization in his mind, like he looks back on that Diamond, and he forces a smirk, I suppose. Looks her in the eyes oh. I'm not going to swing at you. If we ever come into blows, I will make sure that we are both participating because he's a trained fighter. He sees that she's not like in a ready stance. She's not in the in like.
Do you want to?
I would.
Do you
I
want to
wouldn't
drive
say
her?
he no. Yeah.
I think you don't quite understand here.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not punching you is I don't want to kill you.
Believe me, I've been punched by bigger things. I recognize your strength. You are a powerful person. But
Wrong. I'm not a person.
you certainly have
Just-
opinions like one. You have feelings about us, you have feeling of camaraderie, feeling of enmity.
Are you comforting and supporting?
Apparently.
Changing tactics.
I would
Changing
no,
tactics
I would-
and
Kill her with kindness.
it's I wouldn't like yeah, sure, like I
Okay,
don't know.
let's get
suppose
the
it would
roll.
I suppose it would be a confident support to some degree.
let's see the roll then.
Do it.
I don't have a minus to it.
You can do it.
Do it. Oh,
Hey!
Oh my god.
Hey, I have a perfect way that Starlight can butt in here.
Yeah,
To help him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To help him is just like, yes, you are, Diamond. You're your own. Like, just a quick sight.
That's
Good. I was going to spend
Yeah.
team if you
Reinforces
didn't.
his point.
yeah.
Sure.
Well, then he doesn't get his miss, I guess.
Then he doesn't get his
Aha!
miss.
All right.
I
So,
already got one advancement today.
Okay.
so there's a hit. Yeah, Diamond Finn starts like when you say like you're wrong, I'm not a person, right? For the second time today, it seems your teammates like are not willing to accept that from you. What's your reaction?
That probably does get a strange whirring sound out of her, and the red in the eyes just get smaller. It looks like she might even be turning herself off, almost. She distances herself. She's not capable of taking it in. Not yet. It'll take time.
Can't compute. Error.
Error 40, idiot in front. All right, I'm so no, she's rejecting it.
All right. That's fine. So that's you're very free to do that, right? So
Yeah.
you don't open up to him. But yeah, the words are still spoken, and there is definitely a reaction. So I guess what do you say in response, if anything?
Yeah. She looks at him. Still, the eyes just get back to normal size, the red dots, and she grinds her jaw a little, and she says, "You weren't up there on the platform. You didn't see what I saw. You have no idea what you're talking about."
I wasn't there. That's true. That's actually true. I didn't.
The point remains, Finn.
Mhm.
We don't like each other. And while the others want us to work things out, I'm not even sure how to start on that. You have done nothing but wrong by me since the first time I set foot in this group. I realize that I'm a latecomer. But every damn time you've had the slightest reason to turn around in your mind to blame me for something, you've done so. Ever since you blamed me for what happened at that damned museum. You have no clue what you're talking about, and you exploded in my face afterwards. Your situational awareness is so bad, I think I'd turn to a goldfish before I'd ask you.
Tap, 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 tap.
You don't know what happened outside. You didn't know at the time. I tried to explain it to you, and you were still in my face. So my point here is, I don't actually think that that was ever really about whether the shadow monster forced its way back inside and I had to follow it. I think, quite frankly, that from the beginning, this has been about the fact that I joined at all. And that you would really rather see me go.
So I have some questions for the both of you, because there are like prolonged moments of silence, which implies to me that, like, of course, players are thinking about what they want to say.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. I think is that.
But I'm curious, like, in this conversation, is this like a mudslinging competition, or are you trying to understand each other? Like, is this an actual conversation?
I think it is. I think it is.
In that case,
for her.
I don't think it's from, because Finn has, well, except just beginning of that "what do you think about me" phase moment, he didn't actually do any real mudslinging. I think what he wants to do is he's basically provoking Diamond to lay out what is the problem here. Like,
well, she just did.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I'm just asking. I'm saying like then and now because that was the problem. He was 4 days sitting around thinking, like, and he realized basically that Diamond, that he doesn't know what the Diamond's deal is, you know. He tried to recall moments at conversations, and he realized that he doesn't know what her deal is. Like, he doesn't know where the problem lies here.
all right. So that's a good point you bring that up, because that's exactly what I was going for here. I will remind the both of you of the existence of the move Pierce the Mask, as well as the move Assess the Situation. So these are things you can do, and I'm saying this not because I'm not interested in the conversation, but because I want to move it along. So by all means, keep
But
going.
we just got
We're
to a point which I think is pretty fucking important, you know, just before we interrupted this.
Oh, absolutely. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm deliberately we're going a little bit longer on this one, because I don't want to interrupt us with a break mid this conversation. So just laying it on you, like, remember that these moves exist if you want to have a look inside the person you're talking to, and ask some questions about what they're about and what they're feeling and so on.
Yeah, getting confirmation, or getting a little surprised that, well, he actually means this. He didn't just say that he wants me to be okay. He meant it. Stuff like that.
Featuring questions such as, what do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you? What are you really planning? And what do you want me to do? Mm-hmm. So these seems like poignant questions for this conversation. So that's why I'm laying this on you.
Yes.
I suppose Finn would be after hearing all this, cavalcade of stuff, it would be, I admit, in the beginning, it was odd, because it was, this team worked a certain way, and you have to excuse me for misjudging the beginning of this relationship. I admit I was wrong back then. And to the recent.
Starlight loses
Like-
her jaw. It's on the floor now.
But you have to understand that
To help you pick it back up.
the first time that we are in the field, the situation got so out of hand. I don't blame you now. Before I don't blame you now. I was then because this team worked a certain way, certain quite efficient way, and your style of handling things was, to be frank, like throwing a wrench into a machine.
You missed the perfect opportunity to say bull in
To
the
say
China
bull in the
shop.
China shop, yeah.
I am doing this on purpose. I'm throwing a wrench in the machine. That's what's the thing.
Right.
And it ended up with Starlight getting hurt,
Right.
Nightshade getting almost hurt. I think he went okay, but at the time I was concerned for him. I was concerned for Starlight.
Yeah.
And the only new factor in this entire how this team worked was you.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
So I apologize for
All right.
jumping into a conclusion that you were a reason why this didn't work.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm surprised that you say so, but I genuinely thank you.
You have to understand something here.
Sure.
As far as I understand the situation, I don't know the details. If you ever feel like sharing, I'm open to listening. But you said to me at some point that you were a weapon. You were
Yes.
built as a weapon.
Yes.
I don't know what you know of me and what you think of me, how my life looked, and how this team is the first time in my life that I was treated as a human first time. My whole life up to this point was me being and he actually takes in that moment points his hand to his brace, and one brace just jumps on his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he projects like a sword or
Yeah.
something. I was this and nothing else. I was trained to fight. I was taught how to defeat, and I was sharpened to hurt.
Yeah.
For a purpose. I might have been made. I might be made of flesh and blood, but
But you were not treated as if you were.
I'm going to
You-
tippy-toe into the conversation here with my
Can
typical...
you wait? Can you wait one line?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Because Diamond looks at him and says, I acknowledge that. I absolutely do. Now, give me one guess as to how much of me as you see me standing here is human.
Cool. Now, before we resolve that question,
Yeah.
Finn, you have activated your team move. You have shared a vulnerability or weakness, including your true feelings about your legacy. Give Diamond influence over you and clearing condition.
Right.
You have activated my trap card.
Yes.
You have activated
Yes.
my team.
He'll clear guilty.
Cool.
But seriously, how
Go
much do you think is human of what you see before you right now?
He ponders a moment, looks at you like he looks at Starlight.
And while he ponders, she turns back into she becomes humanoid to look at again. She re-engages that, so she looks like a young woman again.
Yeah.
He point like the sword disappears and he thinks for a moment, looks you up and down, and he doesn't actually look at you when he responds. He looks at Starlight. This is what's human.
Fuck, that's such a good answer. Fuck. What part is human? The part that's asking? Oh.
Yeah, he just points at Starlight like this is what's human about you. He moves finger between him and her, between
that actually gets
Finn
a twitch.
and Diamond.
That
Finn
gets
and Diamond.
Yeah.
This
that gets a twitch.
This is
That's
human.
clearly something that impacts her.
And he points at the body, and I think he would prick his hand just to draw a little bit of blood, just like you think this is human. No, this is not human.
When you don't have it, it is. I thought until I stood on that platform, until I had Riley in front of me, and until I saw the monstrosities that came out of the vats up there. Do you have any idea what it's like to see an unfinished version of yourself shambling towards you, saying, "I am Jewel"? Seeing unfinished versions of your father and your brother shambling towards you, asking questions that you have in your head as memories. I am not human. I thought up until that point that there was something real about me. I don't know, maybe my brain, at least. My brain is made up of microchips and wires. That's what's there. This is all I am. A weapon. They built me to kill. I'm maybe 2 years old at most. That man was one of the people who created me. As best I know, they were going to use me to kill someone really high-ranking, possibly even the person living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. To start a civil war, to start a situation where Van Halen could declare a military coup. That's the best knowledge I have of the situation, and that's probably incomplete. I don't know what they did wrong, but something changed. Something went wrong with my programming, and I didn't want to be a part of it, and I ran away. But that does not change the fact that I am not human. I never will be. I can't be. They made a weapon and gave it a face. And you're looking at it.
Take 2 hold over Finn and give him influence.
Yeah.
And now we have moved into a weird position where over the course of this conversation, both of you have gained influence over each other.
Yes.
Finn would like just let her, you know, vent all of this without interrupting. He would be like, I cannot change that. All of this, what you just said.
And she's, by the way, she's crying again. She's weeping.
All of this is real. All of this. But you know this now. You know that your past, or what you thought of your past, might be or is a lie, a fabrication.
Don't you
Whatever.
understand?
No, I don't.
You understand?
I'm not
When
you.
you
I will
stand
never fully
there-
understand.
When you stand there and tell me that I am out of control, that I am dangerous, that I am reckless, you're saying you're saying I am all the things they wanted me to be.
Join
All
the
the
club.
things I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to save lives, not take them.
I'm super curious about this because Nightshade said we'll stay out of it, but I just heard him speak up.
Yep.
So
You hear Nightshade say, join the club. We're all dangerous. You know, when my powers came to be, I almost killed my father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Alright.
I really am. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't want anyone to be hurt. Not now,
Neither do we.
not ever. I tried to get rid of that shadow monstrosity. I threw it outside so it wouldn't kill people in the room. It was that thing that forced itself back inside. I didn't throw it back in. It forced itself back in. I had to follow it, or I would have left all of you to face it alone. What kind of teammate would that make me?
And at this moment when she's saying that, Finn suddenly, like probably even tapping into that super speed, grabs her by the face, the side of the face, and using the surprise, he's like, and this is what makes you human. Hold on to this. Make this your strength. This right here, what you said, this is human. This is more than human. This is what makes you a hero. And this is what makes you a defender.
I'd settle
Always.
for it just being human. But thank you.
And she hugs her.
And she just breaks down and weeps on his shoulder.
fuck. Oh, that's so good. Oh.
I think at this moment, Nightshade looks over to Starlight and is like, I think we can interject now.
And suddenly, and suddenly belly to belly suplex.
Oh, dear.
Fuck. That's so good.
Come.
Oh, fuck. Emotional investment. Ow.
Yes.
Ow, my everything.
Ow, my feelings! Right in the fucking feels.
Yeah, Sparrow would have got a supercharge out of this.
Yeah, she probably would have. It's a pity she wasn't there.
A lot of
I'm
it
just-
could definitely have applied to her own problems.
I'm just I would just retract. Now that would be that retcon. I would say, but I wanted to say that Finn was recording the thing in his pocket, but nah, that would be retcon.
She just basically at this point
But
when she's
Diamond
sobbing
can
on his
recall
shoulder,
stuff.
she just keeps repeating, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry."
This is all amazing and wonderful.
And he probably would be just so she can, just so she can hear,
Yeah.
and nobody else. It's like you don't have to be sorry. We are your family now.
Let me check.
Whew.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Wow,
Let me just...
shall we maybe just
Yeah.
for a second swap over to White Sparrow?
What we shall do is
White Sparrow is just eating a hot dog.
this has become a long hour, right? We're halfway into the
by
next
the-
hour,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're not gonna take a break. We'll just make it a long.
Just question
a long
if
one.
the last thing does count as comfort or support.
You feel very welcome to do that. I need to check something real quickly.
I
How
would
would I
say-
consider that?
I would, yeah, I would. Does this also mean because of, yeah, I would say comfort and support in this case really applies.
Seriously? I forgot that we're muted.
Yep, you were muted.
Oh,
Basically, he says, I think we can interject now. She just hits him so hard she can in the middle because fuck you, you interjected.
Just like fucking punch him in the kidney. Diamond, Diamond, clear you're guilty. You have absolutely made a sacrifice to absolve your guilt.
All right. Yes. I think so.
I just like the idea of him going, don't worry, we're your family now in the background. Oh, what you hit me for? And Starlight flailing at him. You fucking interjected! You told us not to interject! You interjected!
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Right! Kick over the shit.
Like pulling his hair and jumping on his back.
Shall we get White
Yes.
Sparrow involved here? Because quite frankly, Rasmus has been waiting very, very patiently.
Oh no, I have definitely been enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's been no
Let's be
waiting.
real,
There's been what do you call it? Being an audience.
Oh my, that comfort and support. No.
Yes, I definitely. Okay, I'm just taking.
Oh
I'm just
my
taking-
god. You're,
The power of love.
Yes.
the power of comfort and support gives you the
I
biggest hit in the face you've ever
I
got.
cannot believe that I, of all people, am about to say this, but the power of friendship.
Friendship is magic.
Oh, I cannot believe. I feel dirty. I feel dirty.
Joan,
I also
it's
love
even
the
better.
delivery.
Yeah.
Joan, I can do you one better. The
Yeah.
power of friendship compels you.
Yes.
The
I
love
need a
tree.
young priest
The
and an
love
old
tree is
priest.
waiting somewhere.
So,
All right.
okay.
Yes.
There is no condition to clear.
No.
But I will still acknowledge the role and let you
Yeah.
add a team
But
to the
she
pool.
can take potential instead.
Yeah, she can.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That sends me up over my. So okay, that means I get a new advance.
Yay! All the goodness.
Let's see what I take. And I just need to pop up to the right playbook that might actually, help.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually I'm kind of stuck between rearranging labels and adding +1 or choosing a move from another playbook. But I think I'm gonna take the +1 to something.
All right. What are you shifting?
And
when you rearrange your labels, you can rearrange everything, I think. So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, except for the one that's locked, obviously. Yes.
How do you feel post this? What is Diamond's new self-image look like?
I think right now what she's going to do is, or how she's going to feel is, Well, this is gonna hurt myself, but I'm gonna do it anyway. She's gonna lower her freak because she just got told very, very, very significantly that she is not one.
Yes, that's true. Also,
And-
that's not hurting yourself.
Well, no, but unleash your powers is a pretty important thing for the bull. But it's anyway. It's and
Danger
several
is
of my
more
but
important.
danger is more important, and exactly that's why it's locked. And I am going to up her. I'm going to up her superior because she actually feels better about herself. A lot better about herself.
All right.
Which actually takes her superior up to a whopping 3.
Wow. She's now
Nice.
very good at assessing the situation.
Yes, she is.
Well, I guess it's
And
easier
provoking people. Sorry.
I guess it's easier to, assess the situation and provoke others when you have a calm mind about it.
Yes, I think so.
All right. So you've lowered your freak by 1. You've kicked your superior up by 1.
Actually, I shouldn't kick my. That's the thing. It's rearranging, obviously, so I don't have to. I could have left them as I was and just
Yeah,
upped
yeah,
one of
That's
them.
what I'm saying to you, right? Like however you feel like Diamond is beyond this, right? Like once this upgrade happens,
Yeah.
you can rearrange her labels as you want to.
Yes.
All right. That the number overall is the same at the end.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then once you're done doing that, you'll be like, "This is how I feel now. This is my character's self-image." Then you get to add 1.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? No, I'm simply going to. I'm gonna leave them as they are then, because she's still. I mean, she's been told she's not a freak, but she still realizes she's a robot. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is,
Okay, freak
and then I'm
1.
gonna up. Yes, and then I'm gonna up superior to
Alright.
3. To 3. That's how I'm doing it. So, yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
So
Good point. Good point. I'm just so used to, when I move 1 down, I have to move another 1 up.
that's true. That's how the game regularly works. But this is an advance.
Yes, it is.
There we go. Good on you. So while this wonderful moment of team re-synergization happens, and just great exchange of deep-seated emotional problems, we cut sideways to a much less happy endeavor, where much less positivity has suddenly been released from a tense situation, and instead we cut to a more hopeless situation. White Sparrow, where are you and what are you doing?
I think she's on the roof of the school. And I think she is looking through the pictures that she took, back from her parents, the evidence.
Mm.
And
Your suitcase full of memorabilia.
yeah, memorabilia and a few items else besides that, because she can make her clothes. And I think she's just kind of crying. She has every condition, so she's kind of just a mess.
She's
You're
a
in
total mess.
the shittiest personal spot. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know like what you're doing here, like in this moment in the story? Like, are you gonna do a thing, or are you just here like being yourself and having a bad time of it?
I think for Sparrow, it's very much a case of I don't actually have anywhere to go, and I agreed with Diamond to meet her at midnight, and hopefully I can then, start living with her. But until then, I have nowhere to go.
I mean, what kind of GM would I be then if I did not suddenly and like out of inexplicably insert a character here for you to get messed with by? You're sitting on the totally. You're sitting on the roof, feeling shit. I mean, why not keep it going, right? You're sitting on the roof, feeling not particularly good about yourself, crying, having a bad time of it. And there's of course like no voices around you, right? Because it's late and the school is basically abandoned. The sun is starting to turn the horizon to a deep shade of orange, slowly but surely. When suddenly from like down in the school grounds, you hear a shout, like, Hey! What? Illy? Like Nelly is what they call you, right?
My friends do, yes.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's totally... Iliana? What the fuck are you doing here?
Wait, where is she?
Down on the like school grounds.
And I'm
Yeah.
up on the roof.
Yeah, you're sitting on the roof.
I guess that's pretty good eyesight.
I don't know, like, are you just standing on the middle of the roof? Because I was imagining you like sitting on the edge of it, like feet dangling.
It's easier in the fiction that she is, so let's just say she is.
And you look down and on the grass between like two of the wings of the high school. You see Monica like looking up at you, wearing wearing clothes designed to not be noticed when you're doing troublesome stuff.
Uh-huh.
She's looking up at you with a curious look on her face.
I
I guess you have good eyesight to make that out because it's like 3-4 stories. But
Maybe there's light down.
I mean, I designed myself. I probably designed myself with good eyesight. Speaking of, I think Iliana, tries to discreetly dry her eyes, and she says, "What are you doing here?"
Officially nothing.
And unofficially?
She's looking around. Nothing I have to speak out loud this loud.
And Sparrow's like, I think she's just about to jump down, and then she realizes, oh, maybe not.
Look,
And then she realizes, I think the school is locked and the roof is sealed off.
are you caught up there? Or is the door unlocked?
No.
You're not caught, or no, the door is not unlocked?
Both. The door is locked, but I'm not caught.
Okay. Could you maybe open the door up for me? Like down here, and she points to the main entrance, which is obviously locked.
I don't have a key.
Could you just go in? You know what? I don't understand what you're doing up there. How do you mean to get down? Should I call the firemen?
No, I climbed.
How?
I mean, I've done a lot of rock climbing. It's basically just a very steep cliff.
Don't you need
You are.
handholds for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't open the door. Sorry.
Okay. No, never mind. I got that under control then.
What? Are you going to break into the school?
Not officially.
And unofficially?
Unofficially, I'll be right with you.
I like Monica.
Okay. And then Sparrow, goes away from the edge of the roof and tries desperately to find somewhere to hide her suitcase.
Like look for it anyway. Wind up like wrenching open like the curved shape of an on-roof air duct and just like kind of placing it in there without it slipping down into the building.
I could imagine she could just make it invisible or something.
So down like from the ground level, you hear like the telltale clink, and then like the sound of some metal falling to the ground. And then a short while later, Monica like enters up on the roof.
I'm guessing she also has to clink the roof door then.
No, she just opened it from the inside.
Wasn't it locked earlier?
Yes, I guess it was. That's a good point. I guess the takes a while and then the door opens. But without a clink. Without the sound of a crowbar being used to wedge something open.
Hi.
Hi. And yeah, she walks out. She's wearing like a black hoodie, like just generally like wearing fucking get out of my face punk clothing.
I thought she was wearing clothing so she wouldn't be noticed.
Precisely, right? Like no one will notice a punk walking around at night. So
Right.
and just wearing her backpack over her shoulder, and holding a crowbar in the other hand. She's walking out.
What? Did you forget your textbooks?
No, not exactly. What are you doing here?
Hanging?
For chills? Is this a thing? Do we hang out here?
Well, I guess I've started to hang out here.
All right. Well,
So I guess we do more.
You wanna not?
Where else? You have anything in mind?
Yeah, I do. Have a hot date.
And you're looking to make it a threesome?
Well, I could always use more people for my hot date with the test answers that's coming up.
Have you considered just studying?
I have, but I found that I don't have enough time in the day.
What? You're too busy breaking in?
Legit question.
She grins at you crookedly. She's like, "No, that's not it. You know what? It's not it."
It's still a pretty good response, though. You have to admit that.
Yeah.
So you're going to what? Steal the answers or change the answers to the test you already did?
I was thinking steal to the upcoming, trick.
I guess you would have to break into the school's computer system then.
Yeah, seems right to me.
You're good with computers.
Not really, but I mean,
Oh.
neither are these people.
Well,
You,
I guess I could go along. It's not
Yeah.
like I have anything else to do.
sure.
She says and looks at her phone to see what time it is.
It's like 9 o'clock.
Yep, fair enough. She has a few hours to spend.
Yeah, well, you can come along. Every not narc is welcome.
I guess that was a thinly veiled threat.
Doesn't have to be. Look, if you're cool, just come. If you're not cool, then maybe stay here and pretend. I don't know what you're doing here, but just maybe pretend I'm not here.
Yeah, I guess I can come along.
All right. So you steal the test answers.
I
Great.
think before they go back down, Sparrow will put a hand on Monica's shoulder and say, "You do have a plan for the CCTV, right?
What CCTV?
Don't they have it here at school?"
Yeah, they used to. I mean, they kind of still do, but and she like reaches into her backpack and pulls out a bottle of black spray paint.
How are you going to spray them without the camera seeing you?
I already got that covered.
Well, in that case, lead the way.
Yeah, she walks down, and you find like the way she's walking, the cameras have been sprayed. And yes,
In that case, I mean, even if she managed to screw up, they won't see Sparrow there.
precisely. And yes, she like you steal the results, and
Ooh. Quick button here.
yeah,
You could totally delete herself. As in, well, she stopped. Parents said that she is going to a new school or something like that.
Oh, I think actually while Monica's busy, Sparrow will take that chance. And
Yeah.
do that.
I did good.
Nice.
I'm your little birdie. Fix it.
So she'll, what's the opposite of enroll?
I don't know,
Discharge herself from the school's care?
possibly.
Delete herself from the records.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's see, what are you doing to do that?
Guess assess the situation first. It's not really power related.
It's not.
The word you're searching for is disenroll.
Yes.
Well, this is one of those situations where there's not really a move, and I'm not gonna make one up on the fly. So yeah, why don't we have you just roll to assess the situation?
Hit.
All right, you get to ask one question.
How do I disenroll myself?
All right, you do this thing and this thing and this thing, and so you can do it, right? Like that's the end result here is you find out what to click on to do it. The downside to this is that you don't get to ask the extra questions like how don't I leave a trail or something. But that's fine, right? You don't get to assess the threat of the trail you're leaving, but that's okay because that just means that people will have fun finding out that you were deleted. So,
Yep.
You've been deleted. And yeah, are you doing this on the sly or are you doing it like next to Monica? So she's like leans over and is like, "What are you doing?"
I think at least Sparrow tries to do it while Monica's busy looking at the test answers and printing them out or whatever she's planning.
She's just copying them down. Yeah, okay, cool. No problem. Like, she doesn't notice, it seems. And cut to outside the building. The two of you just, like, walking out onto the sidewalk. Probably, like, feel like it's like a sensation of, like, tenseness in your person. Like, you're standing outside of a place you essentially just burglarized. And, yeah, now you're just, like, just standing here.
So, what now?
I don't know. Didn't you have a thing? Or did you
Not until midnight.
Then party time?
Sure. Why not? She sets an alarm on her phone for, a quarter to midnight or something, and then she's ready to fling herself into easy relief.
Cool. Dig it. Fling yourself into easy relief with me. So I have a question for you then. If you want to go, are you going ham here? Because fling yourself into easy relief could just be, let's go have a fun party with this criminal person. But it could also be, let's go have an actual fucking blast and completely forget about the alarm.
No, she will want to go to Diamond at some point.
All right.
So but until then, yeah, sure, she'll let Monica decide and, just go along, hopefully have fun. Monica seems like the hedonistic type.
She definitely is. She's all about like new venues. She takes you to places that has loud music and blinking lights. Serves alcohol to people with fake IDs. And yeah, time passes. It becomes around the time where that she's like, did you want to go to Liam's party? And it's like just about to be midnight.
No, sorry, I have that thing, but
it should be mentioned that she's kind of cooked, and you're probably too.
No, I have that thing, but we should hang out again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, fuck it, girl. Fucking sit next to me in class and everything. It's just, we need to hang out. Hanging out is good.
Yeah.
Hang out on that dick though of that Aaron guy. It's fucking
What?
fucking cutie. For real though, you and him were like done so, yeah?
Yeah. I think this sobers her up a bit, but yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool. You're cool.
You know what? You should totally go for him, though. You have my blessing.
Girl, she says, like she gives you like like you're drunk, so it's probably not, but like it's that like I've known you for 2 weeks. This is too early, friend hug.
Sure.
I am not a piece of meat to be handed around.
Exactly, just being thrown around the cage, dude. Yes, you don't have any say in the matter.
There is a good Danish word for this.
What's the Danish word for this?
Runde.
Yes. All right. So
I know Salvage, right? I know, right?
I know, right?
We totally know.
Yeah, it's the rhythm of the word that makes it funnier than anything else. But it basically translates as someone who it's not that you take turns, it's that others take turns with you.
Sloppy seconds and all
Sloppy
that.
seconds, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, you take your you take your leave for your farewell, like with the loud bass pounding music slowly like vanishing in the background. You find yourself walking like zigzagging down a sidewalk, with your luggage, just like barely holding on to. You know what? I'll give you that you have your luggage, though it would be fun to have you forgetting it in the bar.
I'm fine with either, though I will say that mentioning Aaron probably did a lot to sober her up, because fresh wound and all that.
Are you like a heavy drinker? Because that's usually not how sobering works. Like
I will say she's a psychic construction.
sure.
So if anything, she's probably more drunk on the overall, atmosphere and a lot of people being in the drunk mindset around her.
That's an interesting thought to me, actually, and I want to investigate this more in the fiction later on. I want to investigate like how does body image relate to Ileana. But yeah, like as we established, right? You're a psychic construct, but you're also like needing to sleep and eat, and you menstruate, and like this weird life thing happening.
I don't
with you.
actually know if we established the last one.
No, okay, like we probably didn't establish the last one, but I imagine like this is a thing, right? Like that you, for all intents and purposes, work like a person, though you're not, which is weird.
Yeah, I think the key thing to remember is that White Sparrow is White Sparrow. She has assumed the identity of Ileana North.
Yeah.
Because she's a construct of all Ileana's dreams of being a hero. So she's primarily the image of a hero.
Yeah. So we see you like slink down the sidewalk. You have this like weird sensation next to your head, and you reaches up and you like find like she's woven like little charms from her bracelets into your hair, and you're like, did that yeah, that happened. That's the thing that happened. And you look down and you have fucking like you wearing a couple of her armbands, and yeah, it's this like that a thing has happened, right? Like it's been a long
I
evening.
think Sparrow comments to herself, that girl is so weird.
She just voodooed you.
Probably.
And yeah, so it's the strike of midnight. Where are you meeting, the two of you? And I should not even just say the two of you. Like, have you instructed Diamond to talk alone?
Not explicitly, though she did tell Diamond to not tell the others she was coming, which would sort of imply it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she hasn't actually told, so
that's true.
It's
That's
mostly
okay.
I mean,
whether
she did also point out that, I mean, she was told that the others would want to meet there. So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's mostly a case of, has Diamond shoot the others out? Or
That's the
I
question.
don't think she's in a mindset to do that, but
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking
no,
like there are
she-
changes to the plan here, right? Like Diamond did not expect this day to go this way.
No, she is not telling anyone to get out. If they want to crash on her couch and on the beanbag chair, and fine, she no problem. She wants them to stay as long as they want to stay.
All right, so it gets late. Ileana arrives. Aaron and Aaron, Vigil, and Starlight. Like, do you want to be in the building when the meetup happens, or have you gone home and done different stuff?
I think Aaron had to go to his job, and then he probably went home after he had to leave for work.
Oh God, we don't have time, but I really want to do a scene at your work. Okay, let's just remember. Let's remind ourselves that work is a thing you shirked on, and we need to address it.
Yep.
PM note.
All right. So you've left. What's the status for Starlight and Vigil? Don't all speak at once.
Yeah.
It's unmute.
I kind of wanted first to know what Starlight is going to do.
Well, Starlight is staying.
Cool.
Okay. I would say like just because like Finn is like okay. Finn probably in the meantime like this all other thing was happening. He probably ordered like quote unquote takeaway
Yeah.
just to lift the mood.
Sure, there's
Probably
like
on
couple of
probably
boxes
on-
of Korean
yeah.
on the table.
Korean hot dogs. Well, no, I'm just and you know on Vigil's credit card just to be like fuck the system, and yeah, like he would probably be like leaving just to like as it all dies down a little bit just to leave them two alone. Like I know they had a moment with Diamond, but.
Yeah, it's
He does not presume that they are fully 100% okay. So it's just like he'll probably like nod to Diamond, just okay.
had an emotional breakthrough and like a series of positive hours following that, and
he was like acknowledging Diamond that like that was a thing that happened.
So...
but I'm still going to like respect your.
Sure.
Space and all that stuff. But I would.
Are you walking into White Sparrow?
Yeah, I was thinking that I would maybe either walk into a White Sparrow or if Rasmus does not want me to walk into him, maybe just to notice Sparrow coming in. If she doesn't want to like phase. Like,
I mean, if
we
meet up, she's most likely just going to brush him off, so maybe he just sees her.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's and if she wants to, she not like it's not like a secret thing. She can know that he noticed her being there.
I think she is preoccupied.
Okay.
I also I should ask just to make sure. You did remove your insecure condition, right, Rasmus?
I think it's hopeless you remove when you fling yourself into easy relief, isn't it?
I literally just looked. Yes, it is. Cool. Did
So
you remove your
yes,
hopeless?
I did remove my hopeless.
Sweet. All right. So Finn notices you, and you probably notice Finn, and you walk past each other, and you enter the building, and you find in the arcade you find Diamond, seeming positively inclined, and Starlight.
Hey,
Hi.
you look tired.
Starlight looks over at her and then, you alright?
Yeah,
She has stuff hanging in her hair, and she has like weird armbands on.
That's why she's asking.
Come on,
She-
come on, sit down, please. What the hell? What's going on? What gives?
She smells of shots.
I ran into Monica. She, you know how she's a party girl.
Diamond actually, she's looking like a human being right now, and she tries a very apologetic smirk, and then she puts on her best mommy voice and she says, "That girl's a bad influence."
Yeah, I think she is. Are any of the others here?
Well, Starlight is here, as you can see, but the other two left.
That's good.
That's out of town like always.
We
No.
need to establish, Rasmus, if you're dragging a trolley or not.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah, and what's with the luggage? Are you what's going on?
This will take a while, but at the end of it, I'm going to ask you if it's all right if I move in here.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you want to, but I can't say I have a lot in ways of modern amenities.
That's all right.
By the way, you should also totally clear insecure.
Oh, I should.
Yeah. That's when you take foolhardy action without talking to your team. which is precisely why you're here.
Yeah, I guess it is.
The thought just occurred to me that this entire scene is because you did that. So, yes, clear you're insecure.
Well, a while back, Diamond, you told me to open up and tell someone what was wrong.
Yeah.
And I think she glances at Starlight and says, I'm going to do that.
Starlight looks very worried because she's probably been told what happens when she does so.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Black Raven show up.
So do you react to that, Starlight? Like, or do you just like sit there and biting your lip?
She is, opening her mouth and. You sure that's a good idea?
Yes, actually, I am.
I'm asking her.
Yeah, but I'm sure.
But you don't know what.
Have you seen her?
Yeah. Flail.
It's
Normally
all right.
it's a very good idea, but
It's all right, Starlight.
I just don't want you to hurt yourself.
Well, I'm going to, but that's just... It won't be, lethal. So, at least I don't think so.
My Doom track is not full yet, guys. It's okay.
Okay. How about this then? Because you look like, pardon the expression, death and not very warmed up. So, how about we let you at least start with a good night's sleep? We can talk tomorrow, just you and I, if you want to. We can have Starlight here as well, if you want that. But you look exhausted.
So, White Sparrow, you came here with like the conviction that you were going to tell this, right?
Yes.
All right. So is like, do you take this like advice though? Like we know it to be positive, right? But you're like, do you take it, or you're like, no, this has to be now. Like I know I'm drunk. This doesn't matter, right? Like I'm in a bad way. We need to talk now.
She's quiet, and then she looks to Starlight and says, "What do you think?"
And it should be before you lose it.
I think it might be a good idea to get some of my strength back, but
If you want, I can help you tell her. But you really need something. You need to sleep.
fine. We'll talk tomorrow then.
That's a deal. That's a deal.
But don't. I'll say this much: talking about it, it hurts me, and not just in it's unpleasant to talk about.
Right.
So
what?
please,
What? Go on. Sorry, I didn't realize you were still talking.
So please don't invite the boys over.
No, I won't.
Keep it between us, because
Just you and me. And Starlight, if
she
you want.
already knows. So
Okay, no problem.
the more it gets out, the more I'm hurt.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay. Well,
Diamond.
if you are certain that you want me to know, then I'll listen.
Diamond.
And then she'd go, yeah.
You have good optics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something impossible is happening when this conversation is happening.
Yeah.
Upon you didn't notice it, like you were focused on White Sparrow when she was being like, I need to talk to you. But now that she's like backing out and being like, I need to take a chill. So something impossible is happening. The shadows in the room are growing less deep.
All right.
You didn't notice them growing deeper.
No, but I notice it now.
Yeah.
And she just nods and she says, okay, well, We will talk about this tomorrow. And okay, could you stand up for a moment?
Sure. She stands up.
Yeah, and then she gets a hug.
Oh. She's like, I think her initial reaction is, huh? And then I think she definitely returns it because right now she could definitely use a hug.
Roll to comfort and support.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, there is someone already rummaging around to find the stuff she normally sleeps with when she's there, and making a bed for the sparrow in the couch.
Well, I do have influence at least, so it cancels out the -1.
I should maybe be clear here. Don't roll to comfort and support unless you feel like that's what you're doing.
I think that is what I'm doing, but okay, it'll even out at a flat nothing. But let's see if it. That's a hit.
That's
Nice.
decidedly average.
Very much
Yes,
so.
Exactly so, in fact. All right, so you take your pick from the list as always.
Basically, what she does is she hugs her and says, "It's all right. You're with friends."
Do you take this moment to open up? Doesn't necessarily mean like talking about this thing, right? Like you decided you wanted to wait to do that, but you can open up in different ways. Like it's not like this is your only emotional baggage.
Yes, I think she doesn't say anything, but Sparrow definitely restarts the whole crying thing.
Yeah.
Aww.
All right.
That's. I have. I'm just going to be a real creep here for a second because it is getting exceptionally late and I'm
Sure.
starting to feel gravel in my eyes.
Creep out.
I don't think it's a bad place to stop really on that particular shot.
No, it's not. It's a cute shot. Rasmus?
Diamond and Sparrow
See.
hugging in the foreground, and Starlight making a little nest for her in the couch.
Yeah.
I mean White Sparrow, my apologies. You choose to hear to hear your friend as they try to
Yes.
help you. Mark potential, clear a conditional, shift labels.
So one of them.
Yeah.
In that case, I want to clear angry because that one doesn't make sense anymore.
All right. So,
She should also be charged up a little because there's a lot of good feels.
Oh yeah, lots of positivity. So a fun thing here, and the thing we've never seen, right? But like I wanted to bring this up because we've started to like venture into mechanics that we don't often see used. The doomed character's team move is that when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, give them influence over you and spend one team from the pool to clear one box on your doom track. But we've just never done that because you don't really share triumphant celebrations.
No.
So,
No.
but this
That's-
You start now.
That being said, I was planning on using the other team move after having told Diamond.
yes, that seems completely and totally appropriate to me.
Move.
The Doom's other team move is when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, give them influence over you, and ask if they honestly think there's hope for you. If they say yes, mark potential or clear one box of your Doom track. If they say no, mark a condition or mark your Doom track.
Yeah.
So we will come to find out if Diamond believes there is hope for this poor soul who has been rent in twain.
Ooh.
Now we know what happened. Now we know what happened when she told Starlight. Of course there's hope for you, and that is why she started without any doom
Yep.
things.
Most likely, yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's. That was great. Again, like, I there was not a lot of heroing, but there was plenty of super.
I was about to say, heroing doesn't always involve punching bad guys in the face.
Precisely, right? There was no comic book superheroing going on, but it's not like this was lacking for either heroing or super.
No, there was a lot of Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham stuff here. Well, not really, but there's a lot of Spider-Man sort of angst in what we just saw here. You know, a lot of real-life young person, everyday sort of problems.
Yeah, and it's
and we
great
actually
stuff.
spent 5 hours on it.
Yeah.
But it's great stuff, especially because, like, these things that you go through, totally would create frictions and totally would create problems.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like it coming to these moments is classic comic book fiction, and I love it to bits. So all about that, like shaking the team together and like look, just like the positivity of how those things like come to an end is so good. It's so strong.
MVP for tonight has got to go to Finn for that.
Yeah, I was losing my fucking mind like when Brain gave those two answers. Right?
So good.
I will say the delivery from both of you.
It was amazing.
I don't know, like, your role playing of that moment, like your acting of the character was really strong. Like you did that thing that I sometimes want to do when I have a character like I'm having a really bad time here, okay? Like I can't do it, but where you like have those like staccato, like high pitched inflections in what you're saying that just like come like when
your
like
voice
when,
is breaking.
Yeah, because your voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking.
Oh.
Oh, you could just hear it in the voice.
Yeah, it was so good.
It's called method acting.
Strong. All right, well let's do our end of session moves. Starting from the top, Diamond.
Yeah, closer to the team. All right, closer to the team.
Who made you feel welcome?
Say if you had grown apart from the team, I were gonna track you down and beat you.
Just fucking paddle you.
Yes. Oh, for goodness sakes. Well, the point is, so many did, but nobody made her feel as welcome as Finn did. That was spectacular.
All right, Finn, take influence. Since you already have it, what would you like to change?
Spider.
I think since he actually was driving the point about being human and stuff like that, and not a, maybe not a monster, but like not a, I think freak one down and mundane one up.
Yeah.
All right. That neutralizes both your freak and mundane.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Cool.
You're a mundane freak. Did you know that?
Take that potential.
Yes. I now have one potential.
Woohoo!
I like thanks to our conversation, you just got like 3 potential in a row or something.
Yes, I did. It was pretty cool.
It was really good stuff. Okay, we unfortunately did not see Pierce the Mask being used, but I feel like we're moving there, right? Like we just have to get it. We just have to.
To be fair, I think we're at like we could have used it today, but I think it worked better than that we actually like wrote it in than mechanicked it in.
I am not averse to the result of this conversation at all. So it's good stuff.
I thought it went really well. Yeah. It was amazing.
Vigil, your move, sir.
My move, my man. I think he felt closer to the team.
All right. And I have also made a note that I am going to harass the shit out of you with everyone in the legacy.
Oh yeah, that's why he made peace with his team, because he got them need support.
Yeah, okay. Look, I don't know, I can't tell you this because it's metagaming, but I'm gonna have problems really soon, so...
I feel it in the air.
Alright, so who made you feel more welcome?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was Diamond. They shared that moment, so it was, yeah.
Absolutely. So give influence to Diamond, as she already has it.
Also, Nightshade is pretty up there just for agreeing to let them do it, but
Does Nightshade have influence over you?
No. Well, no.
Okay, then you can just give it to him. Like if you're like, I respect that. Then
if Nightshade does not have influence over me, he does now. Like
okay,
in
I was
the
say,
game.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I took it away at some point.
Yep.
Yeah, but the move end of the session move goes to definitely to Diamond.
All right. So
you can,
what do you do? Do you clear a condition or mark potential? Lady Mark potential.
What's that potential?
Diamond, what are you adjusting in Vigil's labels?
Oh my goodness, yes. She's going to mark. Oh my goodness, that's actually quite difficult. Well, she's going to raise his. She's going to raise his mundane because that comfort and support at the end really.
And lower the superior because he got off his fucking high horse.
Yeah, but you know what? Yes.
Right, cool. Finn is super relatable right now. You empathize with people really well.
Yeah.
All right, that's really cool.
He knows people.
Clearly. Next up is Nightshade. Tell us about your everything, sir.
Yeah. Probably gonna say grow closer to the team.
All right. Who made you feel welcome?
The talk between Vigil and Nightshade before.
All right.
Diamond and Vigil's confrontation.
Sweet. Give Vigil influence. We could
Right.
argue that has just happened, but if you want to, you could also give him influence again, and he can readjust your labels.
It's question if you want to shift your labels. If not,
Sure. Go ahead. You can shift my labels.
let me just count. I would say freak down superior up because he reaffirmed you as a leader.
All right.
Or mundane down.
Mundane.
Freak down.
Okay.
Yeah, freak down seems right.
Yeah.
All right. And Nightshade, will you be clearing a condition or marking potential?
I'm going to mark potential because then I get an advancement.
Awesome. Do you know what you want to take?
I haven't looked yet.
All right. We'll ask you once we've checked out Starlight and White Sparrow. So Starlight, your move.
My move is Smooch Finn.
Right.
So that kind of. All right.
You need
If it's
to.
not that kind of move, then we'll find something else.
All right. So what's your indecision
Well,
move?
he just came from being a total jerk-ass to being a nice guy
Yeah, it's
in Starlight's eyes.
pretty intense how we have preconceptions of people based on like brief moments of interaction, right? Like we were just this moment was powerful to me, so this is who you are in my mind. And then we start learning about people, and then we found out that that's not always the case, and that happened for Starlight tonight.
Man, Sparrow missed out. To her, Finn is still a dick.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that next time. Well, she either grew closer or grew into an image of herself.
Yeah, which do you think is
It's pretty 50-50. Shut up, cat.
Which do you
Okay.
think fits best?
Question: do you want to rearrange your labels yourself, or you want me to do it? Because that's what it boils down to.
That depends on who made her feel welcome.
That's true.
Diamond.
Totally Nightshade.
Well,
Stay out of
There
it.
was that talk with
I
Diamond in
actually-
the bathroom.
What?
There was that talk with Diamond in the bathroom.
Yeah. And there's also the talk she had with Nightshade, who
Yep.
she actually, at the first,
Yep.
figured had completely shut her out because he had a new poon in the world. So fuck the last poon, right?
Oh my god!
Well, in the beginning, that's how she saw it.
Yeah.
That now he has Sparrow, so he didn't need her.
Starlight's worldview is very cynically teenage.
Yeah.
That's just what I add to you, isn't it?
her, she might as well have had a monochrome vision because everything is gray tones.
Oh, eek. Well, yep, that's definitely what I'm hearing.
But I think it's closer to the team.
All right, you grew closer to the team. Who made you feel welcome?
And I actually think that was Diamond. There were the talk where she actually tried to make her feel better. And she recognizes that she tried. Like, she actually tried to make her feel better in the beginning. And she were concerned that, well, she was going to have issues with her father and the school and everything. And she didn't do no, you cannot do this because this is against rule regulations. Though she actually gave her the paint later.
Yep, that's true.
There was no, you're not supposed to do that. It's just here and you're good at it.
No, Diamond is not really a go-with-the-flow type of person.
No,
No,
not really.
It's actually also Diamond's fault that she has to blow off steam.
Nice.
I think in today's session, the only person that would tell you actually that is wrong and against regulation would be Nightshade. The rest of us would be like, "Yup."
All of you screwed the system in some way today.
And though Finn really opened up and made her see him in another light, he didn't really make her feel welcome.
Oh yeah.
He just finally saw it was his fucking fault and it weren't Diamond's fault alone. Yes, she shouldn't have thrown him, but he shouldn't have provoked her and shit.
Yeah, like
he did just say himself that she was reckless and shit. Yeah, but then why the hell did you provoke her? You knew something would happen, right?
Yeah, well,
and he did say that he shouldn't have done that. So he's not actually the one who made her feel welcome. It was still Diamond.
All right. So Diamond, take influence.
Yep, I
she
already
has
have
influence.
All right, adjust Starlight's labels.
Yes, I'm going to lower her freak by 1 because I'm working on making her feel less freaky.
Yeah.
No!
Yay! And I'm upping her mundane because she genuinely made an effort in the bathroom, and while she wasn't prepared to accept it at that point, it was the first, that was the first...
the chink in the armor.
That was the first time the ram touched the wall, really, and from then the barrage came a moment later and broke it down. But yes.
God damn it, cats!
Cool.
So,
are you okay, AJ? Are the cats killing you?
The cats are playing freeway right now. It's just like, it's a highway! The thing they do 4 a.m. in the night when everyone is sleeping. Time to run from one side to the house to the other side like a maniac.
You enjoy that. I will enjoy not having cats in the meantime.
Yes.
They're usually very nice, just right now.
That's okay. Starlight, would you like to clear one of your conditions or mark potential?
No, I have a funner way to clear conditions now, so I'll just mark potential.
Yeah, just take potential forever, because now we can do crimes to clear conditions.
Crimes? Looking at Monica, crimes?
Crimes?
Crimes!
Crimes. And then we cut to Night in the Woods, and suddenly Cthulhu happens.
What's Arbito?
Alright. Cool. White Sparrow. It's okay.
Hello.
White
I'm not
Sparrow.
scolding you.
Make your end of session move, please.
I think up until the end it would have been different, but at the end she grew closer to the team. And it was definitely Diamond who made her feel closer.
Oh my goodness, I'm good at this.
Right? Does Diamond have influence over you?
Yes, I've got influence over everyone in the group by now.
Please adjust Sparrow's labels.
Adjust my labels.
Yes.
I cannot wait. Sorry, go on.
Let me see. I am going to... She was very vulnerable right there. Clearly, very vulnerable. And she admitted that it was going to hurt her to talk, but she wanted to talk anyway. She's willing to accept the pain in order to make the situation more understandable. So I'm going to up her savior for the martyr thing.
Yay!
And I am going to lower her superior because she was really vulnerable.
All right.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
I can't wait for the moment where the group becomes aware that you have memory wiped your parents. I I'm shaking like fucking in my seat, being like, this is gonna be so cool and so freaky. Like I want to know how everyone is gonna react, but I don't want to know before it happens. So.
Oh, I can tell you.
No, don't.
I can tell you too.
No, be quiet.
Are you sure you don't want to?
Shush.
I could totally tell you.
Shush. My derailing this conversation. I'm now gonna end that and bring it back. What do you pick for a condition or marking potential?
I think it makes sense that she's currently afraid and feeling guilty, so I'll mark potential.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just need one more.
Just another one. What are you gonna spend it on?
I mean, she could have cleared afraid with that last thing, but it still makes. I mean, it's too big a thing to be cleared that easily. I agree. So.
It would be normal to be afraid of upcoming ouchies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's something she knows she shouldn't be talking about because ouchies and all the badness.
Also, severing your ties to the world is also a thing that would be generally frightening.
Yep.
She was like, oh yeah, like you might as well have burned your social security card, right? Like,
I'm more like, I want to know what happens when Diamond realizes this is actually not a person. It's something made by a mind.
To that as well, but
it's something a girl made with her mind. She's not flesh and bones.
I mean, I know this is not gonna happen, right? Like, I can't imagine it would, but I want a Halcyon City Defenders director's cut where Diamond just like completely flips the table and like starts distancing herself, being like, "What? You're not a human? No, go away! I can't stand people like, oh god, I don't even want to think about that. Oh no."
So Daniel.
Sorry. Yes.
As a doomed, I still have one more move to make.
You do indeed. Like, I feel like the answer is self-evident, but I want to still ask you: do you feel like you made any steps on like fucking beating your nemesis? Like, is this a good thing? Because I don't feel like it is. Did you make progress on defeating your nemesis, Rasmus?
Well, I mean, it's vague. I don't actually know how to defeat my nemesis, so maybe if merging with her is the right answer, then yes.
It's not, though. That's the thing. Marking your doom track 3 times in one session, like taking a course of action to separate yourself from positivity when that's what you're all up. No, you know what? Mark your doom track.
Yeah, and then I need one more on that as well until I get a new doom sign.
Yeah, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
You're probably going to get that one next time when you share.
Well, I am actually automatically going to get that.
How many advances have you actually got?
Sorry, we interrupted Aya.
We did? Yeah, let's not do that. What did you say?
Well, the thing is, if she tells the full story, she will mark her doom track, right?
Yes.
It's actually just talking about
it. If she talks about it openly.
Yeah. And that is what she'll do next time, right? She'll talk about it openly, so it's once.
Yeah.
She gets to mark it once. If, then you can do the ask her and she says, yes, there's still hope for you. Then you actually clear them all. Don't you?
Is it all of them? I think it's just one.
No, it's just one. It's just one.
Clear one box on the doom track.
Yeah.
But I gain a doom sign as soon as it's full, so...
Yeah.
How many advances have you taken so far?
Advances or doom signs?
Advances.
I have taken 2, and both of them have been taking a move from another player.
Okay, and you've taken 2. You need to take 5 before you can take the one where you don't die. And you're up to 2 out of 5 doom signs, and you're almost at the 3rd doom. Yeah, this is going the wrong way for you, isn't it? Like,
I mean, they're kind of equal, actually. I have 2 advancements, and I have 2 doom signs, and I have the same amount of progress towards the next one in both tracks. They are exactly equal right now.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. This is tense. It's tense. I am very stoked to see how this goes, and I'm so happy you did what you did, because it is such a case of like power gone awry, right? It's like
It's also such an example of teenager doing something he or she firmly believes to be the right and only thing, and then 5 seconds later realizing, oh,
precisely. That's exactly
Yes.
what I was talking about, right? Is that like I did not think this through, and fuck, right?
Yeah, and I thought it made so much sense with Sparrow being such an embodiment of savior that she also has all the negative actions associated with that.
Yeah, like
Which incidentally is why she's trying to hook Nightshade and Monica, because then he can be with a real girl.
that hurts me, but that's so good though. Self-confidence issues. Ugh.
The second I found out what you wanted, I said, yeah, that's gonna fix your parents. What about the rest of the world? What about the neighbors who's gonna ask, where's your daughter tomorrow? Or the school calling when you don't show up.
Yeah.
Well, I disenrolled myself.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
not to be
No, you're right.
complete,
It's late.
think about it, but it is very late, and
This-
I'm quite tired.
This one session that we're playing like this video is gonna be 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It's too much. We should have taken a break, and we didn't. And for you, dear viewing audience, who saw this video and was like, what even actually the fuck is you doing, right? Like, what possessed you to not make a break here? To you, I say, I have no clue what I'm doing. Like, don't blame, just don't come to me with expectations of professionalism or actual content creation. I'm just sitting here letting these people run this train and drive it over a cliff and forgetting to call for breaks. So
I
did
like
call
the
for a
train
break.
of, we're like the train of thought in Inside Out.
yes,
I just want to
We
point out,
crashed.
I did call for a break, and you said, "Oh, we're not gonna have a break this one."
yes, that's
mean-
sorry. I meant to infer like I forget to call for a break.
Yes, it's
So
fine. Don't worry.
yes, what
I mean,
I
Daniel, you could always just arbitrarily cut it in half.
I could, but on the other hand, now that we are saying
No.
this, now that we're having this conversation, I feel compelled to just upload 2 hours and 40 minutes and let people deal with that shit. So, in case you're listening to this and thinking, well, wow, what a fucking asshole! I don't conform to your standards, YouTube, because I'm taking my lessons from this game and just throwing caution to the wind. Thank you for watching. This has been Masks, Masks a New Generation on CharismaToAC.
We will have to talk next time about the cover then,
Yes,
And the title.
yes,
and
we
the
will.
title. We'll do that the first thing next time.
Absolutely, we will.
All right.
However, this is it for this time. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for playing along, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Hugs and kisses!
Bye.